chỉ yêu tu therapist yêu khá số chẳng số ya yêu cái chỉ cái nhớ sao cái tu sao là chỉ trong này nếu chúng mới chăm một khá cho bà cho linh tư là chỉ trong này yêu cho sao hạt ta của khá cho có tăng là có yêu chỉ muốn thuộc của lúc cái lo là yêu hạt ta của yêu tu ninh phê là ya là chỉ của yêu khó cái cứ đặc cái là hạt therapeutic còn cho yêu về cho hạt ta yêu phê mốt yêu chỉ xưa nay ya yêu chỉ tao cái trong bán là chỉ trong này chỉ khó ý ra cậu ý ra gì nó chỉ trong này nương nhẹ nhàng thì cho yêu là này à giờ có thể mình nghĩ xíu là yêu một xí trong chỉ nhẹ nhàng là chỉ là nói quá mình chỉ của therapist mà hallo tu thấu của champ là nó chỉ yêu của therapist yêu nào yêu gì hả mà但是yêu khác lần đó cho yêu nào yêu gì chỉ là cũng đưa yêu mất sáng ha nè right yêu là đưa yêu mất sáng nó chỉ yêu ok mất cái gì trong cái ha nè chỉ cũng chỉ sáng khai trong cái tất tăng.
And so I was very, very hurt and I was very, very broken. And I became this person that held myself back from everything. And it was almost like a secret that I had to keep to myself because that was the right thing to do. And so I remember one day I went to school and I was in middle school and I went to my counselor and it was my cry for help. And it was just literally saying, hey, this is what's going on with me. And in that moment, I wasn't sure what I was wanting. Was I asking for help? Was I asking her to call, 911? I don't know. I just sat there and I just poured out my heart.
I got to the point where I was like, should I seek medical help? Should I seek, like a mental health practitioner? Maybe talk to someone about it? And, I just wasn't sure. And also, in our community, right, it's very kind of like looked down upon if you seek like mental help, and so I just wasn't really sure what to do until I had a friend. She was like, hey, I think you're going through what my parents kind of went through, and I think that you should talk to my parents. And so I spoke to her parents, and they're also shamans, and it was the strangest thing ever where I had this like really heavy burden and this really heavy weight on my shoulders. And I just remember like parking at their front doors and then like opening that door and then walking into their house and everything. Like I felt like all the pain and like suffering and weight and everything I've ever had just completely dropped.
There is a stigma with just talking about it because you don't want to get labeled that, right? Like that girl that is bipolar or, anxious. But yeah, and then I think with being Hmong too, there's the added layer of language for some, right? Especially like the older generation. Like for me and others maybe younger than me, it's like English is probably our preferred language, so it's okay for us. But for others, they feel more comfortable in Hmong, and sometimes the language is hard, and some of the words that we don't really have because our language is really like beautiful, but it's sometimes very more descriptive. There's not like one word for like mental health, right?
Sometimes you feel shunned upon, right? Sometimes when you express your emotions to close families, they may joke about it, they might not take it seriously, and then you feel affected by that, right? That's something very personal that you're trying to express, and you're trying to go to close people, right? These are your family members that you're trying to go to and expressing how you feel. And sometimes when they shrug you off or they laugh at it, you kind of shut down, or you kind of shut yourself and close yourself off to other people. So I feel like when this has happened more than once or a couple of times, you feel that you've been neglected and you haven't been communicated with. So as we see this example has come up, or the more we see of this, I think we should put a pause on it and take a break and really understand what's happening in here, right? And then you should really start to go look and find people that are more, you should start to go and find people who has been through this, right? There's people that are going through this. There's people that has talked about this. And in order to break down these walls in our community to go through mental health, right, we have to start by opening the discussion.
Mental health mà nên sai tao hay tia sẽ yêu tụ khăng yêu sa yêu bộ mà kiến yêu xe thì nửa bờ một tay bạn yêu cho cái sa nửa bờ của mỏ rồi yêu thì tiếp thu năng là chỉ muốn yêu xe ra chỉ là lúc là cụ chỉ sơ ra chỉ vậy là chỉ là họ mental health nhưng trong chỉ muốn ra chỉ để chỉ trong tiếp thu năng là chỉ là cho cái sa rồi là nhiều xe là nó chỉ tò mò 我知道好了，手指动了咋？那些可能嘛要一考头以为得有莫等等就有考 mental health 那些nutrition 里那做蹲点呢。